Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to work on a new series for the month of August, and basically just a piece of ephemera every day. This started out as a mystery book series, and the channel that I was following to do the mystery stopped making the videos for many months, and I never got back to it. When I went back and saw that she had uploaded more videos to finish her book, I was totally lost, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to start over to see where I even am. And so I just never went back. So anyway, I thought, because this is just tied in with a ribbon, the pages are completely removable, how would this make a I think it would make a good idea journal. It's not finished by any means. It's not the way I would make a journal. It's totally stuff out of my box, and there's already some good ideas in here. So I think I'm going to use some of the ideas in here, and we're just going to make ephemera every day, and we'll have 31 plus pieces at the end. I intend to make one for this book and 2 for my stash. I think, like I said, I'm just going to use this book and put my things in here. So, like I said, there are some things in here already that we can use for ideas. I've used it to store these paper clips. I think I thought already to use it as an idea book, so I just want to revisit that. And this is, so if you're interested in making yourself an idea book, I made a couple of them. I'm not happy with them because I used white paper, and I used a paper collection that I didn't care about. And I never, ever, as much as I love the ideas that are in there, I never look at it for inspiration because it doesn't make me happy. So make something, take something that's going to make you happy, something that you're going to look at, something, you know, I have taken this book out from time to time because I like roses, and I like the craft paper, and I love the grunginess of it, the coffee dyed, you know, all that kind of thing. I thought it would be quick and easy to make the white paper journals and just use regular copy paper, and then instead of wasting a paper collection, use that and put it in a book. And we may visit some of those ideas because, like I said, I really love the ideas that are in those 2 books. They're great ideas. In fact, both of them I think are Corey Dahlman playlists that I followed, and I love the ideas, but I never go to it because I don't like the way it looks. I hope that makes sense. And that's just a me thing. So anyway, I hope you'll come along. Today I want to make some, well, I'm going to be integrating my regular stuff. So the Roxy's weekly challenge, and because that's all ephemera, and the start my stash, because I need to get back to that. We stopped midstream. And so yeah, so today is August 1st, and when this is airing, and we're just gonna pick up on the, I'm behind on Roxy's weekly challenge, so we're gonna pick up there. The week I am on is, I believe, 26. Yes, 26, and it's fun bookmarks. So that's what we're going to do today. And I have a little shelf up here, so I'm just going to keep that book handy and pull out some paper. Now, this is a fun idea, so I'm going to make 3. Let's get, I want something that's non-directional, really. So let me see. Okay, this one would work, this one would work, and this one. Yeah, these are great. Okay, we'll start there. Now, this works best with double-sided paper, which I do not have. So I am going to pull out this little palette sheet, and I am going to glue these together. Now, normally I would glue them like this if I was going to do pockets or whatever, but this time, because I want longer pieces, I'm going to fold them. In fact, I'll probably just fold them first and then we'll glue them. Now, speaking of glue, I was at Target yesterday and they have all their back to school stuff out. We were wasting time. I had a doctor's appointment, my daughter had a doctor's appointment, and we had way too much time in between. So we went out to breakfast and we went shopping at Target, and then we got to her appointment. So yeah, we had a full morning. But I was looking at the back to school stuff, as you do, because I'm addicted to paper and pens and pencils and markers and such. So I'm going to go ahead. I want this super flat, so I'm going to use my bone folder there. They had this glue, and I don't know if you have used this, but it says, if you have used this, put a comment for me if you would. It says Elmer's Craft Bond all-purpose glue, strong, wet tack, dries clear, remains flexible, no run formula. And it says on here that the uses are for glitter, beads, trim, florals, plastic, foam, fabric, etc. Safe and non-toxic. I don't know how great the cap is. You know, that's just standard Elmer's glue cap. But it was $2.75. Okay. I looked this up and I can't find this for under $12 a bottle. Yes, this is a 4-ounce bottle, so that still comes to like $5.50 compared to the $12 for the. I really like the Fabri-Tac. I don't like the price. I have to buy 4 at a time to get a decent price. Then I can get it down to 8. But they also had disappearing purple glue stick in the jumbo size. So I am assuming it's comparable to the Scotch. I haven't had any issues with the Scotch. This, I want to say, is $7.95 for the Scotch Create, which is great. It's very sturdy, very nice glue stick. This one works just as well. I just find that it's messier for me. Now, you got to remember that your climate is going to cause your glues to act differently. I live in the Central Valley of California. It's not a desert, but it is hot, dry most of the time. So it's going to act differently. But this one seems to be softer than the Scotch Create. It's the same brand, but I think that one's $7.95. This one's $4.75. These were 2 in a pack for $2.79. So I couldn't resist trying it. So let's do it. We'll try it, see how we like it. I mean, worst case scenario, it doesn't stick, right? Okay, it comes out just like the Scotch. It feels just like the Scotch. It looks just like the Scotch. So let's see. I probably needed it. It smells funky. Smells strong, plasticky, gluey smell. All right, so I'm just gonna fold that down, and now I have a 2-sided paper. So I didn't go all the way to the edge on that one. I'm gonna get a different something to put under this. Okay, I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, okay, I think I got that for the most part. And I am gonna trim this down to a different size. So let's try this. It might be easier. And I have a ton of these folders, so a little glue never hurt it. I usually cover it up when I use it anyway. So this paper is super thin copy paper. When my sister moved out of state, she left me a whole, not a ream, a whole case of 20-pound coffee paper, copy paper. Well, computer paper, whatever they call it now, 20-pound white paper, very thin. And I don't coffee dye with it because it disintegrates really easily. But it is nice for, you know, a flat something. This is a heavier paper. I think this is probably my 24-pound or 28-pound. So far, I'm not having any issues with this glue. Yeah, it seems to behave quite a bit like the Scotch purple glue. So we'll see. We'll put it to the test. But if I can get 2 for $2.79, that's more other things I can buy. I have noticed in the past when I've used glue stick that sometimes after it dries it just peels apart, and that's what I want to make sure does not happen. So alright, you can see this thinner paper curled up quite a bit. The thicker paper doesn't curl up as much. So okay, let's put the lid on the glue. I'm going to trim these down. There's no right size for this, but I have a size that I think would work for my bookmarks. And because of the way I folded this, excuse me. Yes, make sure that I'm recording, because I'm famous for not. Because of the way I folded this, I know it's 4 1/4, so I'm going to do, let's see, what's half of 4 1/4 would be 2 1/8. So that's what I'm going to go for, and I'm just going to split this in half. I may be making more than 2 of these, so we'll see. But I'll have some strips. So 2 1/8. I'll have them at the ready for whatever I want to make. Let's see. 2 1/8. So this blade works on this cutter. I had a really hard time with it in the beginning. It was chewing up my cardstock really badly. But it seems to be working better now, and I'm wondering if some of it isn't just that the gutter here needs to be, maybe there's some gluey bits or something in there. Okay, so now, and we've got 6 of these, we don't need to make 6 of these, so I'm going to pull out 3 of the best. It did kind of make a rough edge. This one's a little, we'll use that one, and we'll use this one on top. I do like the thicker paper. Okay, and then because this is going to go over the top of the page, you could fold it directly in half, or you can make one side longer than the other, and that's what I'm going to do. This is 11 inches tall, so I think I'm just going to make this about 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would make this 6, 6, 5. Yes. Let's do 6 1/2 ish. Yeah, that's about right. That's just what I want. And I'm gonna fold that like that. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1/2. And why am I not just measuring it on the other one? That would be easier, right? I'm going with the curve of the paper. You can kind of see it's going this way and this way. So I'm kind of not fighting against it, just kind of working with it. There we go. Okay. So now what goes on the inside, if I remember correctly, is some like a writing space. So let's find some writing paper. Bring this tub back over here. I have some copy dyed paper here. This will work. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and use the cutter. Let's see if it works since I said it did. Because, you know, that's when it wouldn't work. I gotta trim off this little white edge. Yeah, making a liar out of me. And then I'm gonna do these probably 1 3/4 inches. Let's do it that way. Oh, I'll take off this other side. Okay. Alright, so 1 3/4 inches. I mean, I could do 2 since I did 2 1/8, but that's barely going to leave a border, so let's do 1 3/4 inches. And 1 3/4 inches. And 1 3/4 inches. This is not double. Oh, it is double-sided. Did not even realize that. Okay. Okay, and then we are going to glue this to the inside here. So, I'm going to tear this off at the bottom. Just like that. And then we'll glue those pieces in. Just using my finger. This one is all writing space, but we'll just stick with the routine. Okay. Alright, so we want to glue that in. I have some glue page over here. I think I like the other side better. I don't know how I got that on the glue stick. Okay. This paper curls quite a bit, so this must be a 20-pound paper as well. So just sticking that in there and kind of straightening it up. It will dry clear, but I can tell where the excess glue is by the purple. So, all right, now we can ink this as well while we're here. Let's use our walnut stain. We are going to do both sides, inside and out. And you can see that I glued that a little too close to the thing and it kind of wrinkled it up, but I don't care because we're going to glue that. Inside. I did want to ink that paper before I glued it, but I forgot, so we'll do that next time. Okay. So there we have that. Let's do the next one. Either one of these sides will work. I am still not used to this glue and how to get it glued and, you know, use the glue pages. And I mean, all you guys that use the glue stick that are great about it, I'm envious of you. All right, I'm gonna put that down this way, just slightly under that. And I forgot to glue it. I forgot to ink that edge again, so. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and ink around the whole thing. Okay, there's two. One's not getting flat. I'm going to ink this first. I didn't ink the sides, but mainly what I wanted to ink was that piece. I guess I can go ahead and ink before we glue. So I hope everyone's having a good day. What is today? Is today Thursday? Wednesday? I'm kind of off on my days. All right, let's get this glued on. I think it's Wednesday when I'm recording this. Kind of get that centered and not in the crease. There we go. Okay. Now let's decorate the outside. So you could think of it either way. You could think of this is the front and this is the back. Or you could think of this as the front and this is the back. Or you can treat them both the same, front and back, short and long. Doesn't really matter. So I've got some labels and butterflies and stuff like that. So let's just pull out some things. I'll lay these out and see. That would look good there. I've got some punches. I think that's punched from an offcut. Yeah. Sometimes when I have little pieces left over, I'll just punch some things. Got more down here. Let's see what I've got. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, these are stickers. That's kind of purpley. That'll be good. This is a little too wide. That's kind of generic. Let's do this one here and this one here. This one will remain neutral, and then we'll be able to use it for whatever we want. Let's, oops, I need to put these back in. And then on the other side, we'll do one of these labels that we made on one of the Rachel's challenges. And let me get a stack of pages here. Okay. And we'll glue these down. I think I do want to go ahead and ink them. I think this might be a sticker, which is going to make it interesting. I may have to fast forward. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are stickers, so. This one is not. This one is cardstock. Okay. So we can glue this one down. And I'm just going to put that toward the bottom, and I will, because we are going to make this a tab, so that when this goes over if we put this over a page in our book, you could do it like this and paper clip it down. Or if we glue that top piece even just 1/4 of an inch, this will stick up a little bit. Maybe we'll round those corners, and it'll make for a nice size bookmark or even ephemera holder. So where's my bone folder? I didn't get that down really good. All right, let's do these two. Let's see how well we do with getting the sticker back off. There we go. Perfect. And you see how they're kind of wrinkly. I would probably, when I'm finished, I'll probably put them under my desk mat. All right, let's see if we can get this one off. If you just kind of bend it back, then sometimes it'll separate. Okay, yes. Okay, I want to make sure which direction I want that. Just like that. Pretty. All right, so we've got a decorative touch here. We've got writing paper there. And then here's what I'm going to do. I am going to get my scoreboard, and I am going to score this at the top, and I'll tell you why. We're close to it, so let's see. 1, 2 is going to be 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to score that there, and I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. And there's a reason I'm doing that, because that's going to give me glue lines, but it's also going to allow this to bend. And if I bend, then I will be able to get to this area here. Okay, you could also put well, you can write on this one, but you can also put paper here if you want. So, but I think that's what I'm going to do here with the glue. So I'm going to just glue that closed really quick. I did refill my, refilled my Fabri-Tac bottle. So I think that'll take care of that. Yes. Nope, I might need a little bit more. I thought I had too much, and there we go. I'm getting to where I can't see to put the pin in the glue because my bifocals, I have to have it at a certain, that either has to be way out here for my far vision or way up close for my other vision. So we could put words on this if we wanted to as well, but I'm not going to. But see, that way you still... Okay, didn't realize we'd already gone for 29 minutes. Okay. All right, so scoring and scoring. Scoring and scoring. And that will just tell me where to place my glue, but also tell me where, you know, it'll allow us to have that little tab at the top. If you don't want that, you don't have to have that, but I do think that's fun. All right, so I'm just going to pinch that. I don't know where my clips, here we go, got them up here. Just stick that on there, and we'll glue this one. And I am trying to make sure that this is straight on both sides, of course. Get another. Sorry about my arm. I bought these little baskets that hang under your shelves for up here. They're functional, but they're also a little wonky, so they're not my favorite. And I keep hitting them. Every time I try to get my scissors out, I hit the basket, so I think I may have to move them up a little bit. All right, so let's decorate the other side, shall we? I want to put on this side a little, this one's a tad crooked there. If I can't get it straight, then I'll probably just trim off that little, see that little edge there? So I may have to trim that off. Although I don't want it to look crooked on the front either. Well, I think it'll be fine because it's going to be over a page. I do want to ink this little piece and on both sides, and then I'm going to use my corner rounder. I'm going to use the 1/4 inch side because it's a 1/4 inch area, and I just think that'll look nicer. Okay, so those are ready to decorate. Let's get rid of these clips, and we'll go ahead and round these all at the same time. I'm pretty sure that glue has had plenty of time to dry. If not, it'll still be okay. I just like the way that looks with that extra ink. It looks like it's supposed to be that way. Okay. All right, backside. Now what do we want to do? Okay, we've got these labels that might be fun. It doesn't have to match the front at all. This is too big. Ooh, these would be fun because I've got several of these. This one's got book page. Could use that, and then let's use a little. Let's see if I've got some cutouts that we can use. Butterflies. I always have a ton of butterflies. So, oh wait, I did these. These are really fun. And they go with anything. Yes. And I have 3. Yay. Okay. Now, they don't really need to be inked because I don't know that it'll show up, but I do need to trim these corners. I do not know what these are from. They could be from anything. I have a lot of ephemera that I've just had sitting for you know, eons, and I just am trying to use it up, you know, because this could be pink monarchs, but it could be something completely different too. So I do have a lot of pink monarch prints. All right, so let's see, how do we want to do this? We want to, is this directional? Somewhat. It has some words on there. I think maybe I'll put this here and put the butterfly at the top. What do you think? All right, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac because I need a fine point here. Okay, and then this for writing whatever. like I missed a step here in this challenge, but you know what it is? She used book page or something, and then she put the decorative paper over the top, but Rachel. But because we started with the decorative paper, I didn't do that. That's why. Because that's the only difference. That's the step I missed. So I am going to put this one at the top. And we'll put the butterfly at the bottom. And then maybe we'll do the other one right smack in the middle. This heavier cardstock is great for stamping, for punching, I should say. Okay, and then we'll do this one right smack dab in the middle. Let's see if make sure it's not directional. There is writing, but I can't really tell, so I'm just not going to worry about it. Pretty sure this is the right way around. Feels like it because the color's heavier at the bottom, so that's what I'm going with. I'm going to go right in the middle there with this one, and then we'll put the butterfly right on the corner of it. Sometimes that glue goes right in the holes, so let's just do it like that. I kind of like that one the best. Okay, let's close up the glue and let's look at what we've done. So these are going to be bookmarks, so we're going to put them in our idea book. So my idea is that I will put these in here. I'll probably stencil on this page, so I'm gonna, let's see, which one do I want to use? I think I want to use this one. Alright, so this goes over the page like that. It doesn't really even need a clip or anything, and that looks beautiful as is, but you got a bonus because when you turn the page you have that. So that will be there. These two will go in my stash, but I need to get a picture for my thumbnail, so let me clean off my desk. And we have these three just like that. Put the how about like that? There we go. All right, get everything out of the way, and there we go. That's Roxy's weekly challenge number 26, and hashtag 31 days of ephemera, day 1. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.